Hi guys, Luke behind the camera here. I'm joined with Carl today. What did you do?
I got first place at the recent Angle OTS with Centurion, which is brand new out this week. Yeah, it's a bit of a different spin on it. I'm happy to take you through the profile.
Cool, let's have a look.
So to start with, 3 Primera. This is one of the 4 different one-card you get Calamity starters. This one's the one that searches. I won't go too much in depth on these, but 3 Trudea. This one places another one and itself into the spell and trap zone, which gets you to Primera or to Emeth, which is just played as one of. I have seen lists that play 2 of this, but with some of the other engine that I've got in here, just having the 1 level 8 from this was absolutely fine. If you need be, you can use Trudea as an 8 as well. And then 3 of the field spell and the terraforming. Again, another one of the 4 different 1 cards, and the last one is 3 Emblemer. So this is
So yeah, all
ignoring
of those
this,
bar that card
13,
is a 1 card.
Yeah, 1 card, get to Calamity Lock. So that was that for the main parts of the Centurion
Those
engine.
the starters.
Yeah, and then the other, to go with MS, the other sort of, not bricks, but the other searchable targets was 1 Centurion Bonds. This one's good for follow-up. Gets 1 back from the graveyard into the spell and trap zone, so gives you follow-up that way. And Phalanx I chose over the counter trap just because it worked much better on its own. Like, if you didn't get playing, this was actually an interrupt, and also works well with Legatia to summon back the following turns and get more interrupts that way. On to the next engine that was played in here. So I played the Horus engine, just a pretty small engine for this. The main point of this is to just get 8s on the field so you can use Primera to make Legatia, but also comes up to give you rank 8s with Emmet or with Trudea as well. And it also works really nicely with the last engine that I played, which was the Vision Resonator engine, just 3 in 1. Obviously this card searches Crimson Gaia, and Crimson Gaia adds either from deck or graveyard to hand, so it gives you infinite follow-up with 8s and 2s to make infinite Barons basically. And again, obviously this works with Trudea or Emeth as well, not just these as 8s. So that was that for engine, and then because the Centurion engine is so small, you get a lot of room to play with. This was a 41 card deck, just because I wanted to play 3 Vision Res, but it meant that I had 15 on engine, so for that I played 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll, 3 Veiler, 3 Impermanents, and then the last 3 was 2 Talents and a Cool Pie. So the reason that I was playing these and not like Nibiru, which has seen a lot of play recently, is because I didn't find that Nibiru was good enough for the deck. You often can struggle to get through big monsters as well, but the main thing was you want to be stopping them earlier than Nibiru, especially for regards to the mirror as well. They can play under Nibiru, whereas Droll can sometimes hurt with some of the other engines. Just keeping them off cards so that you can do more 1-for-1 trades was a lot better for this deck. And then these were originally Fenrir's, but I found that these were much better going second because often Fenrir can just get traded 1-for-1 before you even play any of your engine, which wasn't ideal. It felt that Fenrir was a better card going first, and this deck is already Calamity Locking going first, so
That's fair.
that's why I played these to sort of help get the combo through.
Yeah, so the main point was playing like non-engine cards that really lower your opponent's ceiling.
Yes.
Because if you're on 1 card and they're on 1 card, your 1 card does a lot more than theirs.
Yeah, with the deck being 1 card full combo, you definitely want to lower their ceiling rather than increase your own, because your ceiling is only so high. So that was it for the main, as I say, 41 cards. Onto the extra deck. This was a little bit weird because I couldn't get access to all the cards that I needed, but I'll go over the changes.
Out, 2 days ago, right? So
Yeah, it came out on Thursday and it's Sunday that we're recording, so didn't have too much time to pick up everything. But for the 12s, we have 1 Legatia. I would play 2, but I'll go over the cuts in a minute. Crimson Dragon, obviously to get out your Calamity, and an alternate target for the Crimson Dragon for when it comes back to your turn is the Blazar Dragon. It's also better into Labyrinth, so it's worth playing as well. And then the last one was Lulu Lilith. This actually does come up as interrupts as well, but was also played for another card in the side, which I'll talk about more in a minute. But yeah, this once it's removed from the field, gets you to Primera because it's a level 4 spellcaster with attack equal to its defense. So this also gets you to Engine, which is nice. And then for the 10s that I play, because of obviously the Horus engine and the Vision Reses, it was just 1 Baron and 1 Chaos Angel. Didn't find that I needed any more than this really. Obviously this can tag out back into the extra deck so you can remake it in future turns, so it just gave you more options there. So that was it for the synchros that I actually summoned. Then 1 Zeus, 1 Dingirsu, 1 Harbinger for the rank 8 package, so to speak. I would play a Galaxy Lord if I had access to one, but I didn't for this event. So this came up sometimes just for obviously as an interrupt going first, and then Dingirsu into Zeus came up to clear boards as well. This was particularly nice because you can get there with your Horus engine, and then main phase 2 you can play out your Centurion engine and lock them for the following turn. Then we have 1 Dark, 1 SP. The Dark was there just to make SP live more easily, but sometimes you can summon out True Deas from your opponent's grave if you're playing the mirror and then play from that. And then other than that, obviously SP is SP. Like, we're not playing a deck that doesn't play this card. And then the last 3 cards, which would be the cuts that I would make for some of the other cards that I've mentioned, was basically just 3 Ultimate Slayer targets. I wanted to play this with the prevalence of Infernoble. Being able to send for cost meant that you can trade into their Angel Ring much more efficiently than you would be able to with like Droplets, for example. So just playing 1 for each extra deck type, along with the Lulu Lilith here, that was the Synchro target. But yes, this would be another Legatia, a Galaxy Photon Lord, and probably Scarlight. Sometimes you just need ways to clear boards for Scarlight. And then the side was the 3 Nibiru that was mentioned before. There are some decks like Unchained that really play heavily into this. Salamangreat as well saw some popularity after the recent YCS, so having Nibiru somewhere in the deck was still required. And then the other hand trap that I decided to side was Phantasme. These were originally Crows, but again, because of Infernoble, Dragon, and Unchained, some of the things that I expected to face, with it only being a local level event, I opted for these.
I think Phantasma is really good in that deck as well, because you just get to dig for the right hand traps in the matchup.
Yeah,
You're
again,
playing
with
so many already.
With so many non-engine, getting to pick and choose which ones you have for whichever board comes up. So yeah, that was good. Duster and 2 Lightning Storm for back row, but also for, well, I say back row, mainly for Labyrinth, but also for things like Vanquish Soul. They can often set up the Dust Devil and some other continuous traps that can be annoying for that. Didn't come up at all today. As mentioned before, the 3 Ultimate Slayers. Again, because I was building more for it being a local level event, this would have been really good into things like Seal, getting rid of that, Borrelend, but also trading into other SPs as well, which did come up today. Was really impactful, and getting a draw off it as well was great from this.
Yeah, if you've got the extra deck space, which it looks like you do.
Yeah.
Especially without having all the cards you wanted on the day.
Yeah. And then last but not least, 3 Tikaboo. I mean, we're already playing a really super unfun deck for our opponent. Why not make it more unfun? But no, in reality, this used to be, I was trying Apophis, the Swamp Deity, which is a trap monster that summons itself and then negates face-up cards your opponent controls equal to the amount of continuous traps you have. So you can use it to play around things like Cosmic or Droplet that can be really, obviously, impactful against this strategy. But just having a card that was always live was far more useful. If you get hand trapped to oblivion, then you'd much rather have something like this. And it did come up today, and it was very good. Because the nice thing is, all the main deck monsters are all different types. The only confliction in the main deck is that Imseti and Primera are both spellcasters, but they're not usually on the field at the same time. So that was the side.
Cool. Any shout-outs or anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, shout-outs to Luke behind the camera for helping me theory with this, and as well to Napper as well. He's been helping me a lot with the theory for Centurion specifically, and also shout-outs to Zombie Card Games, our sponsor. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Bye.